Most people overlook this simple fact, but every element you encounter in your world originated in someone's thoughts. That vehicle, that home, that victory trophy, it didn't materialize by accident. It was envisioned, declared, trusted, and then constructed. That's the principle of manifestation. Yet here's the reality no one shares. Manifestation goes beyond mere wishing. It's about guidance. It's about fixation. It's about selecting your desire with such precision and intensity that your whole existence begins to align with it. And it begins with a single choice to concentrate. Where your attention directs, vitality follows. And where vitality follows, existence expands. Consider this. Have you ever craved something so intensely that it seemed the cosmos itself was dropping hints? You caught snippets of dialogue that provided the solution. You spotted a chance where emptiness once stood. That's not a chance. That's precision. You tuned in so sharply that your mind screened out distractions and zeroed in on the target. Your focus is an extraordinary ability. Whatever you aim it toward flourishes like irrigation. You nourish blooms, they thrive. You nourish intruders, they overrun. Your ideas are irrigation. Your ambition is the earth. Each dawn you arise to a plot ready for tending. The notions you decide to foster shape the world that envelops you. This isn't some esoteric notion. It's brain science. Your reticular activating system sifts through reality, spotlighting what aligns with your priorities. Once you deem a specific vehicle ideal, it pops up constantly. Once you dedicate yourself to an enterprise concept, pertinent prospects emerge like they've been summoned. Those prospects were always present. Your targeted awareness merely unveiled them. Underneath it all, your habitual actions embed foundations into the base of your existence. What you perform repeatedly forms the framework upholding all that's apparent. 5 minutes of mindfulness each day reshapes your inner world more effectively than 5 hours sporadically. Minor gestures of compassion build stronger bonds than infrequent spectacles. Steady advances toward your aim, no matter how modest, generate propulsion that irregular bursts can't rival. Your habits aren't merely activities, they're the essence of your evolution. In this plot, interruptions are intruders vying for your sustenance. Each alert, each swipe, each fixation on anxieties beyond your grasp. These are encroaching elements draining vitality from your true priorities. The typical individual devotes more than 3 hours daily to their device, frequently aimlessly. That's close to 50 days annually, nearly 2 months of existence, possibly nourishing pursuits that undermine your higher calling. Imagine channeling even a portion of that vigor into your profoundest ambitions. Your present situation reflects prior yields. The profession you hold, the connections you sustain, the vitality you embody, all sprouted from prior sowings. If the yield falls short of your vision, don't lose heart. Just sow anew today. Redirect your gaze from obstacles to remedies. Convert grievances into purposes. Swap judgment for inquiry. Transition from absorbing to generating. Like any plot, your existence cycles through phases, eras of evident progress and eras of seeming stillness, intervals needing fervent labor, and intervals requiring respite. The chill of readiness enables the thaw of prospects. The warmth of endeavor yields the harvest of outcomes. Respect each phase for its gifts. Avoid rushing growth when the earth craves quiet. Avoid skipping sowing when the ground awaits. You embody both the plot and the cultivator, the architect and the artifact, the irrigator and the irrigated. Every instant presents a selection for channeling your vital awareness. Every notion is a sowing with the capacity to form tomorrow's truth. So I pose it once more, with added intensity and immediacy. What are you fostering? Sowings in the psyche yield the world you'll inhabit soon. The plot of your days mirrors your recent care. The aspirations you cherish will prosper. The apprehensions you indulge will infect. Each sunrise brings new irrigation to dispense. Each idea selects where to guide that flow. Each juncture offers a fresh opportunity to tend to what counts. So inquire of yourself anew. What are you fostering? Here's where many falter. They delay faith until outcomes appear, but that's backward. You must trust first, sense first, embody it, even amid invisibility. For the cosmos doesn't heed your desires, it heeds your being, and your being forms through daily cognition, utterance, and sensation. Declare it, envision it, document it, reiterate it. You don't await proof, you forge it. Jim Carrey drafted a $10 million check to himself for performance fees. Ages before cashing it, he kept it in his pocket for years. Then it materialized, not from mere hope, but from conviction. He readied himself. And readiness encounters chance precisely when foresight turns tangible. That's not sorcery. That's the realization. Let's explore implementations. Realization ignites in quietude. It demands a lucid psyche and an even clearer sight. Step 1. Envision it. Your evolved self, your ideal existence, your most resilient form, your keenest intellect, your profoundest serenity. Step 2, vocalize it, inscribe it, phrase it as current fact. I am evolving into my peak self. Step 3, embody it, not solely cognitively, but viscerally. Experience the thanks as though it's occurred. Let your wiring accept its truth, for that's when it emerges. Step 4, advance. Take a stride. Any stride, grand or slight. Motion validates trust. Absent it, it's mere rhetoric. Step 5, reiterate each day, even if it seems absurd, particularly if it seems absurd, for recurrence reshapes selfhood, and selfhood propels fate. Still dismiss this as fluff? Reflect. Whence came your present path? You trusted something. You echoed something, you embodied something. Now pursue it deliberately. Establish the sight, utter the phrases, advance with resolve. For here's the core. Realization isn't mastering tomorrow, it's directing today. Concentration is your instrument. Sentiment is your propellant. Motion is your drive, and trust is the ignition launching it. So declare it, embrace it, proceed as if it's yours already. Ultimately, you don't attain desires, you attain convictions. You are the architect. You always have been. Now embody it. Survey your surroundings. Every item commenced as a concept. Every edifice, every gadget, every bond in your sphere, all sketched initially in fancy. The seat beneath you, someone trusted its possibility. The tune from your audio, someone conceived it mentally before it sounded. The vocation you tread, you selected it, trusting some iteration of yourself could excel. Your convictions aren't mere ideas, they're schematics for tomorrow's world. The query isn't if you're shaping your days, it's whether by inertia or intent. When you genuinely trust something, your form alters physically. Assurance unleashes testosterone and serotonin. Assurance soothes cortisol. Conviction sparks dopamine roots, propelling you to your sight. This isn't ethereal fancy, it's a corporeal fact. Your wiring can't differentiate occurrence from vivid fancy. Rehearsing triumph mentally with true sentiment forges neural routes akin to a lived event. Premier competitors grasped this ages ago. They don't solely drill bodily, They drill inwardly, imprinting triumph templates their forms later enact instinctively. What triumph templates do you drill daily? Minor adjustments accumulate. A single degree shift in course may appear trivial initially, but journey sufficiently, and you arrive wholly elsewhere. 5 minutes of envisioning daily equates to 30 hours, yearly imprinting your depths. One potent declaration, echoed tenfold daily, tallies 3,650 directives to your wiring annually. One assured choice daily compounds to 365 strides toward the self-realize in your sights. Your existence veers toward your prevailing ideas. Not sporadically, not typically, invariably. Every quantum scholar recognizes that at the atomic core, bits linger in probability until perceived. Awareness collapses waves into matter. Perception forges truth. Your awareness operates identically. What you concentrate on hardens from possibility into encounter. What you disregard lingers potential but unmanifested. This isn't fanciful, it's deliberate vigilance, directing your awareness to precise ends with steadfast concentration literally restructures your life's probability weave. Ideas sans motion stay illusion. Convictions sans conduct turn folly. Authentic realization arises in the union of inner certainty and outer stride. When cognition, utterance, and deed harmonize, you birth an irresistible momentum, a unity the cosmos can't overlook. Stride as if your want is yours. Utter as if triumph is certain. Labor as if your sights hinge on this labor, for they do. Premier architects grasp rhythm. They recognize some sowings germinate swiftly while others need cycles to fruit. Haste doesn't hasten realization. It undermines it. Skepticism in the nurturing phase can terminate the very world you're birthing. Rely on the unfolding. Esteem the cadence. Acknowledge that seeming postponement is often cosmic orchestration, assembling aids you can't yet fathom. The adept grasp, there's no tomorrow to master. There's solely this instant to direct. Tomorrow preoccupation breeds unease. Yesterday rumination spawns remorse. Potency resides only in the now, the lone nexus where shift occurs. Precisely now in this inhalation, you can redirect ideas. At this juncture, you can select otherwise. In this flash, you can evolve into the self already possessing your quest. For ultimately, you don't attain desires, you attain convictions. You are the architect. You always have been. Now embody it. The evening weighs heavy, as does your spirit. You harbor that aspiration, perhaps a fresh root, a daring notion, a subdued yearning you suppress, and nightly you murmur tomorrow. But inwardly, that murmur stings, for a fragment knows, I'm allowing my days to wane. Most navigate this realm somnolent. Their psyche, this potent motor, remains idle. What if I revealed your mind is a training hall, yet you've shunned it? Let's alter that this evening. Your mind cradles a plot, not blooms, but blaze. A realm where sights expand, where novel roots anchor, where tomorrows flourish. This plot dwells in your prefrontal cortex, the hub of fancy, of selection, of guidance. It's where you sketch fresh existence, where you scheme, invent, resolve. It's where you aspire, and crucially, where you actualize those aspirations. But for most, that plot lingers dim, not from defect, but from disuse. The initial tether, existence's burden, the ceaseless clamor of endurance, obligations piling, quarrels lingering in your core, duties clamoring, and beneath doubts murmur, you're lagging, you're insufficient. These pressures don't merely fatigue, they rouse the amygdala, the alarm core. Its role, safeguard, but safeguard exacts toll. It dims the psyche's dreaming sector. Your plot seals its portals. Your flame fades. I sensed it myself. I yearned to launch anew, to erect a scheme, to vault, to heed my summons. But each attempt, dread struck foremost. What if I falter? What if I miss? What if I'm not the self I envisioned? And so I'd halt. Not from apathy, not from indolence. I was ensnared. Miyamoto Musashi, the invincible warrior, thrived 4 centuries past. He wasn't innate in fearlessness. He lacked arcane advantage. He forged it via quiet, via torment, via routine clash. Not solely foes, but his inner turmoil. He knew dread profoundly. He confronted mortality not once, but scores. Over 60 combats, nil losses, each a pulse from finality. But Musashi didn't solely hone flesh. He honed poise, serenity, resilience amid tumult. Each dawn pre-blade, he perched by icy brook. Not to fantasize, not to flee, but to inhale, to witness, to neutralize notions. He observed currents, each wavelet, permitting dread to surge and ebb. He didn't evade dread. He met it repeatedly till it lost grip. That was his mind hall. That was the edge no rival discerned. His prefrontal cortex, the psyche sector most ignore, grew mightier than any limb. His serenity wasn't temperament. It was armament keener than steel. Musashi didn't merely prevail in skirmishes. He didn't merely endure strife. He conquered his psyche. The second fetter, society's echo. And it's clamorous. Not via force, but via edicts, anticipations, subtle mandates molding your psyche-air awareness. From infancy, you learned conformity, decorum, security, acceptability. They urged, no, adhere to norms, query sparingly, set back harms, aspire modestly, blend, and you complied. Not from frailty, but because your psyche was pliant, forming, imbibing each phrase as gospel. That's psyche fortitude, not garish, not vocal, but unyielding wonder, dauntless delving, valor to probe deeper as others avert. Leonardo lacked an arcane boon. He honed his psyche to ponder, to labor, to inquire, and cease inquiring never. He shunned renown. He pursued variety, and that verity broadened his psyche beyond imposed bounds. He honed via wonder. His prefrontal cortex ignited per draft, per query. That's his distinction. Not aptitude, not brilliance, just fearless psyche drill. The third gloom, facile delight. Your psyche seeks dopamine, a clip, a nod, a glide. It gratifies till it doesn't. One evening I settled to craft a grand notion, but screens ensnared. Hours vanished. Core vacant. Lore terms this dopamine cycle. Swift boons, superficial glee. Your core psyche, prefrontal cortex, craves trial. But we proffer sweets over sustenance. Musashi met like lures, distractions, ease, but he elected concentration, inhalation, aim. Each blade arc, each footfall was drilled. His psyche became a bastion. Not innate might, but erected in hush. Thus he unleashed utmost potency. You needn't be a warrior or prodigy, but you must drill. Commence thus. 3 timeless paths to the psyche hall. 1, vocalize dread. When paralysis grips, query, what daunts me? Inscribe it. I dread setbacks. I dread exposure. Musashi named dread pre-clash. When I inscribed mine, it shed dominion. What dread can you name now? 2, repose in single inhalation. 10 minutes. No clamor, no gliding. Just one duty, one breath. Musashi by Brook. I by scripting my sight. What merits your 10 minutes? 3, sustain your stride. Each deed tallies, one breath, one phrase, one advance. Utter it. I'm present, I commenced. That's your potency token. That's your blaze. Most psyches slumber, but yours awakens. You needn't conquer all today. Just one stride, one breath, one dread confronted. That's potency's growth. Musashi kindled his blaze per selection. Da Vinci per query. And now yours. Enter your plot. Rouse your psyche, liberate your blaze. Not for realm, not for acclaim, but for self. Commence now. Your psyche awaits flight.